black. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Connie. Miss you too. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Sharon. Miss you too, Connie. Hi, Andrea. We are going to give it just a few minutes and then we will start. It's okay, Sharon. You can get it later. You can do it later. It'll be posted on YouTube too. So I'll exist forever in social media. Scary. How's everybody doing? Hi, Jenny. Is everybody keeping safe and healthy? Hi, Patsy. We miss everybody too, Sharon. I was telling my mom that after all this is over, we need to have like a big party over here. Yep. We can have food from next door, from the Roman oven, and Corona beers. Because we'll probably be Cinco de Mayo for one before we can even get together, and then two, you know, just for the occasion, just because we'll have Coronas. You're in? All right, Sharon. I'm in too. So today we are doing the Luna Squared. And so Luna Squared is a reversible pendant. So each side is different. You cannot see the one side from the other, so if you want to do something drastic with the colors, you can. It was really popular when I made it back in 2014. Woo, long time ago. But yeah, it was pretty popular back then, so. There were a lot of kits flying around from these things. But if you have a kit, there are colors on there, color A, B, C. So basically here, we'll explain it. So color A would be one side, color B would be the other side, color C would be the colors that are in the center. So some of you might have extra of the color A or the color B in the kits, which means that's going to be also the color C. Cool. All right, thread your needles and let's get started. So we're going to be working off of the directions. For those of you that do not have the directions, and it's fine, you can follow along. I'm going to be doing the same exact thing as what is stated in here. I had to redo it myself because it has been a long, long time. There's your supply list, by the way. Hey, Polly. All right, so I'm going to try to get closer to the camera so that way, you know, people can see what I'm doing. But again, I'm doing this while standing, so bear with me. So we're going to work with color side A first with a wingspan of thread. And we're going to leave a 6-inch tail. The 6-inch tail is going to disappear after we do this first round here because a lot of people don't like to work with their tail and it kind of gets in the way, so we will cut it off. But first we got to do this to start it off. So with a 1 wingspan of Fireline on a 6-inch tail, we're going to pick up the sequence of a 15-0 seed bead, half Tila, 15-0, half Tila, 15-0, half Tila, 15-0, half Tila, 15-0, and a 3mm crystal bicone. So, and we're going to repeat this sequence 3 more times. All right, so these are my 15s here, my 15 color A. So 15-0. Ooh. Trying to focus in on that. There we go. Half Tila. 15-0. Half Tila. Basically, we're going to have 4 half Tilas per side. And what we're doing first is we're making the frame. Kind of like a picture frame for the Luna to go in. I made this when the Luna first came out, and they were like really extremely popular. They're not very extremely popular as they were before, but this still makes a very easy, very pretty pattern to put together. So there we go. There's our sequence. That's our one side. So we're going to repeat this sequence of a 15-0, a half Tila, 15-0, half Tila, 15-0, half Tila, 15-0, half Tila, 15-0, and a 3mm bicone 3 more times. It's because there's 3 more sides to a square. So there's like a ton of pollen outside. I tried to take Connor outside this morning on the front porch, and he came back yellow. I mean, he's kind of golden anyways, but now he's yellow. Second. Oop, there we go. Side 2. Side 3. One more side. Hey, Susan. So like I said before, if I'm moving faster than what you are, no worries. It's fine. It'll be posted again. Some of you have the instructions, so you don't really need to listen to me. You put me on mute. It's cool. All right, side 4. All right, so we're gonna bring these all down. This line right here makes our first square. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass through all the beads again to make it into kind of like a circle, starting from the first bead that we added. So I know a lot of you messaged me that you're like, hey, I have my kits from a long time ago and never did it, so now is my chance to do it. So now is your chance to work on Christmas gifts for everybody in Christmas or Hanukkah or just for birthdays or just because you want something. For those of you that are just joining us that are don't know who I am Stephanie from Beadjoux Bead Store in Braselton, Georgia. We are doing videos because currently we are not allowed to have any customers in our shops due to COVID-19 restrictions. So this is our way of socializing without really socializing. All right, so we are going to go all the way to the point where we meet our tail thread. So there we go. We're meeting our tail thread right there. And we're going to tie an overhand knot. Okay, there is our first picture frame started. So we're going to pass through the next half tila and then step up through the top hole. So there's a 15-0 seed bead in the front up there, but we're going to go through the 15-0 seed bead. And the next half tila. And step up to the next hole in that half tila that we just exited. So we're at a corner now. Number 4 says exiting the half tila, you should be above the 3mm crystal. So we're going to pick up the sequence of a 3mm Druk or pearl, 3mm round. All right, a 3mm crystal and a 3mm round. Okay, and we're going to skip over that part where that crystal is, and we're going to go into the next hole of open hole of the next half tila. All right, so next coming up we have 3 more half tilas. So in between each of those half tilas, we are going to stitch a 15-0 seed bead. So from one half tila to the next. All right, back at the corner again. So we're going to pick up our 3mm rounds and our 3mm bicones. I'm working with checked pearls, so I have to like pick it up to see where the hole is. So there we go. There's my sequence of the 3 beads, into the next open hole of that half Tila. That's going to complete that other corner. Next is 3 15-0s. Got my finger stuck. All right. All right, another corner. Pick up our 3 bead sequence here of a 3mm round, Druk, pearl, whatever you got. You could even do another crystal. It'll work. Just gotta be 3mm. Stitch it into the next open hole of the next half Tila. 3 15s. All right, picture frame's starting to happen. Back to our pearls and crystal bicones. Stitch it in to the next open hole of the next half Tila. And our 3 15s. 1 in between each of the half Tilas. El último, last one. Ta-da. Your first picture frame is made. So now we gotta do the one inside B. So before we do that though, we are going to tie off our thread and cut off our tail thread. Tie off the thread, just make a half hitch knot. The reason is that when we start, we're gonna leave this, the thread, the working thread on there, because we're going to use it for either the sides. Mom, Lynn says she misses you. She says she misses you too. So half hitch knot. Go through the hole once, twice of the thread. Pull it tight. That's a half hitch knot. All right. Cut off our tail thread. Try not to snip your finger, considering I'm doing this standing. We don't want any blood on the video. There you go. There's your first picture frame. So now we're going to thread another needle. Oh, and this is the colors I'm working with, so I don't know if I showed that. So that's where it's going to sit on top of. Oh, so pretty. Okay, so we're going to set that one aside. Now we're going to work with side B. B, gray. And I'm using Fireline today. I switch between Fireline and 1G or whatever. Really, you know, I just go with it. Some people have like a specific thread that they have to stick with. Hi, Francesca. Most of us, some of us just work with whatever we have, so. I have Fireline sitting in front of me right now, so that is what I'm going to be working with. Oh, so I started with the soutache thing. So before we start side B, I will show you what is going on with that so far. Ta-da. It will be a pendant, I promise. Huh? I promise. All right, so side B. So we're going to repeat the same thing that we did with side A. So we're going to start our sequence with our, oh, I don't even have my 15s out. 15s. Thanks, Lynn. Lynn, are you actually doing it, or are you just watching me right now with like a bowl of popcorn? I have to know. I'm glad you love the online teaching, Joyce. This is not my favorite thing. I feel awkward. I really do. All right, so 15, half Tila. 15, half Tila. 15, half Tila. 15, half Tila. 15, crystal. Thank you, Joyce. I appreciate it. All right, there is our first sequence. Let me get that better. 4 half Tilas, 15s in between, and the crystals. So that's one side, one leg of our square. And we're going to repeat that sequence 3 more times. So typically I can make one of these in about an hour. You guys are going to think I'm crazy right now, but because it's probably going to take me a little bit more than an hour because I'm explaining each step. But yeah, typically it takes me an hour to do one of these. That's why I said they're perfect for gifts, because you're not spending like endless of hours on them. You get more bang for your buck because you get a reversible pendant, so they can use 2 different sides, 2 different colors, that kind of thing. So so it's just all around a good choice. And if you are like me, where I have a short attention span sometimes, or I'm very busy with life usually, not right now, but they just work up really quickly, so it doesn't require a lot of your attention. Chasing my beads on the mat. All right. There's all 4 sides. So again, we are going to make this into a loop and travel back through all the beads again. We're going to travel back through all the beads until we get to our tail thread, and then we're going to tie a knot. So on Wednesday, we are doing right angle weave, craw, and I'm going to show you how I bezel a cabochon, or a Rivoli actually, using right angle weave. Last week we did peyote. Or this week, sorry. I don't even know what day I'm living in anymore. It's just kind of a blur. All right, tail thread meets our working thread, gonna tie a knot. There we go. First circle. Pick up your beading needle again. Travel through the next 15. Next half tila. Step up through the top hole, or the unopened hole, I should say, of the next half tila. Of that same half tila, excuse me. We are over now the 3mm crystal. So we're going to pick up a 3mm round and a 3mm crystal and a 3mm round, and travel into the next open hole of the next half tila. All right, now we have the point where we're going to stitch a 15 in between each of those 3 open holes of half tilas. And remember, we're working with color side B, so make sure all your colors are B. All right, next side, next corner. 3mm round, 3mm crystal, 3mm round. So I'm trying to keep it better of keeping it in focus. Read your comment. I didn't see your comment, Lynn. Next 3mm. Next half tila. So this is where we're going to put the 3/15s in here. I did not see your comment, Lynn. I cannot currently, because unless you type it on and it shows up, pops up right there, I cannot see it. All right, next corner. Three 15s. Ooh, I just flicked a bead across the room. It's gone. It's goner. All right, so last corner. I made the pendant already, currently working on a matching necklace, but I do enjoy seeing you feeling awkward. Oh, nice. Thanks, Lynn. Hope you enjoy your popcorn. Watching me be awkward. You're going to be known as the mean girl of YouTube, by the way, because since this is going to be posted on YouTube and you're enjoying me being awkward, just letting you know. All right, there's our next picture frame. It's finished. So we are going to tie a half hitch knot again, and then we're going to work on stitching the picture frames together. So going through. And we're going to stitch a half hitch knot right here. So what you do is you catch your thread, make a loop with your thread, go through it once, twice, sorry, out of focus, and pull it tight. Makes a knot right there. Cool? Cool. All right, so working with the square I'm already have in my hands. We are going to pick up another square, our other square. We're going to match them up, so that way the corners match up together. Oh, let me cut off this tail. Okie dokie. So it says to line the two frames together so that the corners match. Exiting a half Tila on one of the frames, pick up a 15-0 seed bead, a 3mm crystal. Oh, and we're working with the C seed beads now. So, like I said before, some of you have kits, and some of your kits include more of a color A or a color B, which means that's what you're going to be using as your color C. Because basically, if you finished up the little packets and there was no more beads in the packets of crystals or pearls, then that means that you are done with that color. But if you still have a lot in there, that means that you're supposed to be your color C as well. It should be labeled, but whatever. Sometimes we're missing things. So I have tons of these yellow ones too. It's probably because it's not my favorite color. So I probably did not do a very good job of making yellow kits. So we're gonna grab our two frames. We're going to make sure the corners match. And I'm going to continue through to exit a half Tila. Yes, we do still have kits available, Joyce. And quite a different color ranges. Lots of kits. And they're not very expensive. I think they're like $45 or $40, something like that. All right, so corners matching, exiting a half Tila. We're going to pick up a 15, a 3mm crystal, and a 15. I know you can't see what I'm picking up because it's focused in on the piece, but it's coming. I promise. There it is. Missing the 15. Missing that last 15. There we go. Back to being focused. All right, so exiting that Tila on side A or side B, we're going to go into the Tila that is directly opposite it on side A. Not catching that 15. That's right there, just the half Tila. This is difficult to focus in on. There we go. All right. I don't know. When I made these instructions, I was like very adamant on not using any of the 15s that are part of the frame. And it might be because I was, sure, I can get you one, Joyce. Not a problem. We'll go through and I'll show you the available colors towards the end of this. Or you can message me. So I guess it was because you have to do so many passes through here that I was afraid that we were going to crack one of the 15s. So I'm going to do as what the instructions say, because I was wise in my 20s, maybe. I don't know. So again, we're going to pick up, exiting that half Tila, we're going to pick up a 15, 3mm bicone, and a 15. And we're going to stitch back through that half Tila, the first one. Can you see where my needle is, guys? There we go. It's very reflective. I do like shiny colors. So, all right, and we're going to pass through now that first 15 3mm bicone and 15 that we added to start this square. And now continuing through that next half Tila down the line. So basically these are right angle weave units. I do love right angle weave. So it would make sense that I would do right angle weave units. All right, so if that was Coco, that's why I have not answered your text right yet, because I'm doing this. All right, so there we go. Now we're gonna pick up another 15 3mm bicone and a 15. All right, go across to the Tila, half Tila that is on the other side. I can get you some of those beads, Coco. All right, so exiting that half Tila, go back through this bridge here. 15 3mm crystal, 15. I'm going to stab my finger. All right. And remember, like I said, don't touch the 15s on the frame. Don't know why did it, but that's what we did. Through the half Tila. Through this bridge again. So if any of you are going with this, this is basically a right angle weave stitch, like I was saying before. And back through the next half Tila. All right, 15 3mm bicone, 15. Through the half Tila. Through the bridge. Half Tila. Bridge. And into the next half Tila. So now we're getting to the point where we're at our corners, just about. And we're going to do exactly the same thing that we're doing here on the corners. We're going to use our pearls or our Druks or our crystals as just like we use our half Tilas. So just a second, we will be there. Cool. All right, so we're at our pearls now. So 15 3mm, 15. So from one pearl on one side, and unfortunately they're both gray, so you can't really see a difference here, but anyways, pearl on one side, and this is actually a Druk on the other side. So and there are no 15s here for you to go into anyways on the corners, so don't worry about it. Through the bridge. And now we're going into the 3mm crystal. Hey, Nancy. I have to make sure I'm using the right bead, right color. And my hair is getting in the way. So has anybody taken to cutting their own hair yet? I cut my own bangs all the time, you know, so it's not such a sin for me. Oh my goodness, this hole. There we go. Back through the bridge. So I'm calling the bridge the 15 and the 3mm bicone and the 15 that we stitched in. Okay, just about finished with the corner. And then we're going to go to another side. All right. Side 2. All right, so there we go. One side is stitched. Now we're going to start working on the other side. And then when we get to the third side, then we're going to put a stop to it, and we're going to add our Luna cabs at that point. So the party that we're going to have, like I said, we'll have Coronas. But I guess it'll be a potluck or something like that. Something that everybody can bring in, something that they can share. I moved further away so that way we can speed this up a bit. If I can see it a little closer, then I can stitch a little faster. But it's been very quiet here and very quiet in the parking lot. The Italian family next door that we have, they are doing to go only. So it's not as busy around here as it typically is. In fact, I think right now it is just our car in the parking lot, and I think I just saw Pete pull up, so his car. It's a typical off time for lunch anyways, but So the colors I chose were, of course, gold and silver. It's meant to show you that you can do two very drastic colors and you should not be able to see them on either side. On the outside edge, I did silver. This is Crystal Cow, is the bicone color name. The bicone color on side A is Crystal AB 2 times. The half Tila color on side A is 24 karat gold. The seed bead that I'm using on side A is also 24 karat gold. And the pearl is a light gray. I don't mind mixed metals. I like mixed metals, so mixing colors like that doesn't bother me necessarily. I'm still trying to keep it focused within the camera range, but so at least you have an idea of what I'm doing. But if you recently joined Facebook Live with us, we are doing Luna Squared, which is a design that I came up with in 2014. It is very quick when it comes to beadwork, which means I can knock out one of these in about an hour when I'm not talking and doing other things. Oh, so my mom just finished this. I don't know. Let me stand up. So, something new. Lynn. Pretty. All right, so I guess I'll be coming up new, maybe. Do you have any idea do you have any Luna cabs for this? If so, how much? I do. Thanks, Coco. Coco says it's gorgeous. She said thank you. They are, good job, Mom, yes. They are, I think, $3 a piece, the Luna cabs? Something like that, $3 or $4. So she's gonna go look as I continue beating this. This is gonna be hilarious to watch afterwards, which I will not do. My hands are so dry. All the alcohol wipes. They are $4.15 a piece, a square. And I do have most of the colors. So we are working on the third side. And we're just weaving in and out and adding our connections in between our little bridges to bridge in between the two, making our little cage for our Luna caps. So joining the picture frames together is basically what we're doing. All right, so we're just up to the corner, side 3. I'm just getting set up for the next stitch. But when we get to side 3, we are going to put a stop to it for just a second. Okay. So this is where we're going to slide in the Luna caps inside into the pocket. Pocket. Luna caps will go back to back, and you just slip them in. See? Cool. Alrighty. So now we're going to finish stitching this part together in the same fashion that we were doing before, so that we can close that side, and then we'll have our square. All right. And they'll kind of want to slip out every once in a while, so just make them behave. Oh, I was going over the colors on each side. Okay, so side B, we have 15-0 permanent seed beads, permanent finish, the Tohos. My goodness, did not want to go through that. We have the Tila half galvanized gray luster, I guess. We have silver Druks, and we have black diamond AB crystals. Color side C, I am using the Crystal Cal bicones. It was a found resource on the back wall, and it looked like it would match really well. Shoot, not supposed to pick up yet. And I'm using the 15 OC beads in the permanent finish. Permanent finish silver. But there are tons of varieties of colors that you can do these in. I think these are still on the screen that you can see them, but yeah, lots of different colors is available. I want to say there's like 12 different colors of the Luna caps, I think. Am I going back through there? I am. And there are, gosh, lots of different colors of the half Tilas. I mainly stick to gold, silver, bronze, that kind of thing, or something that will match the Luna CAD color. But you can go wild and crazy. Okie dokie. Last half Tila. So there are Tilas, which this is a half Tila that we're working with. So Tilas, of course, are double the size of the half Tilas. And then we also have quarter Tilas, which are half of the half, as it should be. Little math lesson, I guess. And they will not work. So if you replace a half with a full-size Tila here, even though we have, say, 2, so the reason is because you have the 15s in between, so the space in between will not work. I think you can maybe be able to do a quarter Tila, like 2 quarter Tilas in place of a half, but I think even then they're slightly either smaller or larger, so it just doesn't work as well. Okay, so last one. My Uncle Pete just walked in and he's making a fool of himself, so trying to make me laugh. All right, there you go. Ta-da. All kind of corners are covered. And we got our picture frames together. I'm ready to go. All right, so we're going to stitch a half hitch knot here, and then we're gonna work on the other thread. Okay, remember, half hitch knot? Lynn said, hi, Pete. He's gone, he took off already. I'll see him later though, and I'll let him know that you said hey. All right, half hitch knot, make a loop. Go through the loop once, twice. And so I was working with a wingspan of thread, so as you can tell, this is what I got left out of it. So it really does work very well. Hi, Judy. So you can order Luna cabs through us. Just message us on Facebook or give us a call. Number is 706-658-0007. Or you can email us at beadjoux@att.net, and I will be happy to get that for you. And we also have kits of this design available. So, all right, so we did our half hitch knot. Now we're going to go through here. Thanks, Coco. It is pretty. They're so easy too. And we're gonna cut off our thread. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna work with this thread. So we are going to thread this needle, thread our needle back on this side. I have to bring this closer to me. I cannot see to thread the needle. It is very sparkly. I do like them sparkly. But you can make them not sparkly too. You can use matte half Tilas. And you don't have to use crystals. You can use, I think fire polish would work. Or you can use 3mm rounds all the way through. So, all right, now we're going to add, first we're gonna add the bail, then we're going to add the drop. So, pick a corner. Whatever corner your bail is gonna be on, your drop is gonna be on the opposite corner. There's the idea. Okay, so we are going to exit one of our 3mm bicones on the top edge. So not the middle part, not color C bicones, but color A or color B. So I'm exiting color A bicone. So I'm going to pick up a 15. I'm going to look at my instructions. I'm going to pick up a 15A, 4 half Tilas, color A bicone. Oh, sorry, a 15-0 first. Color A bicone. Color B 15. And then we're going to pick up 4 of our color B half Tilas. And another color B 15. Okay, so since this is our bail, it's going to go from one side to the other. So there we go. We're exiting that 3mm, and we're going to go into that one that is right by my fingernail for my thumb. So the way that we're exiting is like that. So if we're exiting on this side, that side, we're gonna enter into the same side on the other side. Basically making a loop. There we go. All right, 15B, because we're on color side B. And we are going to go through these fidgety little half Tilas, all of them. The unopened hole. Okay, pick up our 15-0B, color A or color B or color C bicone, whatever you want on top. 15-0A, go through that next, unopened hole of the half Tila, go down through the 4. Our bail. All right, grab another 15-0A and go back through that 3mm bicone that we started off with. And then we're gonna repeat our thread path. So, because it's the bail, it's gonna get the most work. So it's gonna get the most issues going, tugging and stuff like that. So we wanna make sure we repeat our thread path. So if we're using 6-pound Fireline, now we have like 12 pounds on there, so. It's a lot easier to pass back through these things. I couldn't see where I was going. Very highly reflective, so pull that back. Alrighty, okie dokie. That's done. Now we're going to skirt around the edge to get to the bottom 3mm bicone. So directly opposite from the bail. And I'll just skirt around on the outside edge. You could add a 1/2 hitch knot here, just to be sure. This one will probably torn apart after this demonstration, considering that I have so many of them already. Thanks, Kathy. It's very pretty. Super easy to make for those of us who know how to do beadwork and everything. It's really easy. All right, so now we're gonna add our drop. Here's our drop. Tiny little doohickey. But you don't need much at the edge of these, so it's just an enhancement. You don't even have to have it if you don't want to. It's decoration. So, exiting our 3mm bicone there at the bottom, we're going to pick up 2 15As because we're exiting on the A side, the drop, and 2 15Bs. And if you just joined, I will be posting this again. Hey, Robin! That is not going to go through, so pull that off again. I had a 15 that the hole was not big enough. One of my gold ones, which is typical. The gold are typically like that. Oh my God, this is going to roll around on my mat. And it's going to drive me insane. It's going to make me curse. Don't need to do that. You're late to the party, it's okay. It's all right. As long as you came. Did you bring the alcohol? That's what matters. All right, so we're exiting our bicone on our A side. So we're gonna go into the bicone on our B side. So I'm gonna go through this bicone and then I'll focus in on it. So that way you can see what I'm talking about. All right. There we go. A side, B side. Directly opposite, same direction. Pull tight. There we go. Pick up 2 15Bs, since we're exiting the B side, go back through the crystal. Got booze. Awesome. I'm coming over. I promise I'm not infected. Two 15As. Back through the 3mm on the A side. Okay. So now we attached the crystal. We have attached the crystal, so now we're going to stabilize it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back up through these two 15s right here. We're going to pick up two more 15As, back down into the two 15s that are on the other side. See? Can we see that? Okay. Well, we're going to skirt through to the other side. I'm using the bridge. You can get through the crystal. Two. Go up through those two 15s that we first added for the B side. Okay. Pick up two 15Bs. Go down the two 15Bs that are on the other side right there. Can you see it? Cool. All right. Those just build it up, but it's still wiggly. I can still move it. I can't do that. I can't live with that. So what we're gonna do, go back through the crystal. We're gonna add some seed beads on the side now to stabilize it. Back through that 3mm crystal, up through two 15s, because remember it looks like we have three now. So we're only gonna go up through two. If it will let me. There we go. We're going to grab now a 15-0B and a 15-0A because we're working back towards the A side. Okay? So here's the side view. So we're going to go down through two 15-0As on the A side. Everybody see that? That's the one size to stabilize it. Skirt through the crystal. The 3mm bicone in the corner. Up through two 15s. Pick up a 15-0A because we're working opposite now. Now we're back on the A side. And a 15-0B, and we're heading towards the B side. And we're going to go down through two 15-0Bs that are hanging out over here. Hold him back. Pull, tug. There you go. So now our drop doesn't have that much more movement. He's kind of stuck there. And that's how we attach the drop. So now what we're gonna do is you're just about finished with this. Now what we can do is we can add what I call the decoration on the inside, which are those, you can barely see it on here, but there are three 15s there. Let's find one that you can see. So here against the blue, there are those nickel 315s that are right in front of the crystals. So that's what we're going to do now. So we're going to get to the inside of our frame. By going through the half Tilas. Okay, we're on B side, so we're gonna pick up 3 15 Bs, exiting a half Tila right before the corner. Skip over the 15s on the side and the crystal, and we're gonna go into the half Tila on the other side of the corner. Get them right. And there we go. Lovely little decoration. All right, continue through the sides, through the 15-0, through the half Tilas. I took it away from the camera because I'm fighting with it right now. Just to let you guys know. It's being a little jerk. But I will win. Winning. I beat it. All right. 3 15s, side B, color B. Exiting the 1 half Tila, go into the next half Tila, skipping over the corner. All right, there we go. Next corner. And you just kind of push them into place. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, yes. I think that is what we're having for dinner, is chicken. I'm telling you, thank goodness we actually know how to cook, right? Some of us, because right now, this is survival of the fittest when it comes to cooking. I'm still here, just fighting with this. Because I stitch very tightly. Okay, last corner. Then we're gonna stitch through to the other side and do the same thing on side A. Back through the crystal. Skirt through to the other side. Oh my goodness, it's getting tight now. Yeah, player pliers. Thank you. All right, so now we're adding decoration on side A. Three 15As, skip over the corner. through the side A beads. Okay, next corner, 3/15s. Skip over the corner, go into the half Tilas and the 15s in between. And it does kind of shape up the diamond shape a little bit doing this, so. Just adds a little bit more stability. Last corner. I do not have much thread left. Ta-da. All right, so stitch through, find a place for you to do a half hitch knot. Half hitch knot it. And call it a done deal. And that is how you make Luna Squared. Reversible pendant. Cool? Cool. All right. So let's walk you over to the kits, because I know some of you were asking about the kits and the colors that we have. Take you off the stand. Walk you through the store. Oh, look at the disaster. Okay. Kits are here. There are some of the colors that we have available. I think this red one and the purple one would be pretty. It's like, what is that called? The Red Hat Club. This is like the traditional one. Everybody likes this one, especially if you like silver and blue. Pink and purple. Blue and purple has been popular. This is the gray and the red, which has been really popular. This is the white pearl and the red, extremely popular. This is blue and orange for those of you who are Gator fans. Pink and gray. And we do have another version, which is Luna Round. So the idea was to do all three of the sizes, which there's an oval, there is the square shape, and there's the round shape. I kind of lost steam in between, but there are some of the Luna cabs that we have available. There are some more. So we do have lots of colors. There may be more on this side. Maybe not. Nope, that's filigree. Nope, just there. These though, these are cool. There's the empty parking lot, guys. It's really sad. So, but yeah, we do have a lot of colors available. So if you need just the Luna cabs, then that's fine. We have those. If you want the kit is $45. Lynn would like 2 cabs, turquoise and silver, and half Tilas to match, please. Like that? Lynn? Because it's already made. I can do that. It's a kit. And the crystals. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate it again. And so on Wednesday, we will do the right angle weave lesson. So right angle, it's the basic stitches. So right angle weave, cubic right angle weave, and prismatic right angle weave, and bezeling around a cabochon, or a 14 millimeter Rivoli actually, with right angle weave. So yeah, so raw, craw, and praw. So join us for that. And I do not have a silver and gold, but I can make one, Joyce. So, but thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. If you need anything from us, give us a call, or email us, or contact us through Facebook. We will answer. So, yay, Christmas presents. Yep, I know. You can do a lot of them with these things. So, thank you. All right. Thanks, Lynn. All right, guys. Have a great Saturday, and we will see you soon. Take care. Bye.